Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Here's What You Missed Last Sunday. We're glad you're with us today. This last Sunday, Wyatt brought the message and concluded our series on Jesus and blank. He brought the message and talked about how we sometimes have a propensity to lean in our own abilities rather than trusting in Jesus and making him enough. He said that this leads to a couple different problems in our life as Christians. The first being that we end up comparing ourselves to other people when we lean on our own abilities instead of Jesus. And Wyatt said that a lot of times we end up comparing ourselves to other people. This can lead to a couple bad things where if we compare ourselves to other folks and feel like we're better than they are, that leads us to an unbiblical sense of pride. And then he also talked about how we can end up looking down on ourselves when we compare ourselves to other people, thinking they're doing it better. What's wrong with us? This is all in the foundation of us trusting in our own abilities rather than trusting in Jesus. The second thing that he talked about was when we put our trust in our abilities was that we end up reaching our ability ceiling. And whenever we've reached that ceiling, it's hard to bust through there when we're just relying on ourselves. We end up burning out or we end up getting discouraged whenever we don't see the growth that we want to in that. And so Wyatt talked about the way to get through this is to fully trusting in Jesus, following him instead of your own abilities and leaning on him to lead you and guide you. Wyatt brought a great point when he said that you can't trust somebody if you don't have a relationship with them. Wyatt said that we need to develop a relationship with Jesus in order to allow him to have trust in our life so that we can lean on him. I thought that was fantastic. It was a great service, and we had a fantastic time. Wanted to bring you a little recap in case you missed it. A couple of other things you might want to know about is our announcements that we talked about, things coming up soon here at Mosaic. The first is this next Sunday is our men's fish fry. We're excited about this. We've got quite a few fishermen in our church who have a lot of fish that they'd like to offer to this fish fry. This is going to be at 6 p.m. this next Sunday, which will be February 6th here at Mosaic Community Church. We'd love for all the men of our church to come. Invite your friends, invite your coworkers, invite your neighbors. We'd love to have as many as we possibly can come and join us for this great time of fellowship and great food. Also, the day after that, which would be February 7th, Monday, at 6:30 is going to be our monthly women's yoga and Bible study here at Mosaic. It's a great time of Bible study, fellowship, gathering, and exercise for you ladies. And so be sure you come to that 6:30 right here at Mosaic Community Church. Beginning next week, we want to kick off our new series called Church Crush. What a better title for a February series than Church Crush, right? So this next series is going to focus on the idea that a lot of times we have the tendency in today's culture, especially with the readiness of stuff online, being able to watch YouTube or Facebook or anything, we begin to idolize the church down the street or the church online or whatever that church is that we might have that church crush on. It also leads us to sometimes when we see these fantastic preachers and staff members of different churches doing certain things, we end up having kind of a church crush on church staff as well. And we begin to compare ourselves to those other churches. It's a really unhealthy road to get started down. And we're going to talk about how we can find joy where we are and how to find joy where you are attending. And so we're going to spend 3 weeks talking about Church Crush, and we're really excited to begin that this coming Sunday. As always, we'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 a.m. here at Mosaic Community Church, 706 North 1st Street, Lamesa, Texas. Until next week, that's what you missed last Sunday.